Hey, Lana, can I have that microphone in the middle? What? Yeah, that's a loud microphone. Everybody's headphones good? Here we go. And hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk on 92.5 WLSD The Vault, 1220 AM, WLSDradio.com, and also the Other People's Show on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify, I think. So we have a full house tonight. We have David, Cindy, Lana, and myself. And tonight we're going to be diving into the movie that Lana chose this week, Now You See Me. Now, why did you choose this movie?
Hey, because I think you had told me previously you hadn't seen it,
No, I hadn't.
and I think this is this like illusionist heist cat and mouse game
Really?
movie or film that's been put out.
It's interesting that you said that because before I wanted to go into radio, into directing and such, I was going to be a magician, an illusionist, and I am at my core. So no one knew that, did they?
I'm surprised you haven't seen it then.
Yeah, no, I was jealous of their magical abilities because I knew I had none. So, Cindy, had you seen this movie?
No.
Okay, but you'd heard of this movie before?
Yeah, I feel like it's a pretty big movie, so it's like you at least know tidbits about it.
Right. So you were going in knowing just a little bit about it? Okay.
I knew it was about like heists and stuff, but I
Okay.
didn't really know anything
Same.
besides that.
And David, you said you'd seen this movie multiple times.
Quite a bit.
Okay.
Because like after Zombieland, I kind of went on a Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg kick.
Okay.
And just started looking up films that they'd been in, and I just happened to see that they had been in this movie together also. So I was like, perfect.
Very cool. Now I'm glad that. So how many times have you said you've seen this?
I could say probably at least 20 times.
Really? What about you, Lana?
I believe I've seen it about 4 times.
Okay. And Cindy and I have just seen it once.
One time.
So we were Now You See Me virgins,
Yep.
but we're not now.
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Correct.
So this you want
You
to read the synopsis there, Lana?
An FBI agent and an Interpol detective track down a team of illusionists who pull off bank heists during the performances and reward their audiences with the money.
Very true, and I think that pretty much sums up what the movie's about. Going in, I didn't really know that's what it was about. I wrote the synopsis and all this afterwards. Now, this is directed by Luis Leterrier, and he has directed Transporter 1 and 2, The Incredible Hulk of 2008 with Edward Norton, and the upcoming Fast X Part 2, and a couple of other things between all that, but those are the bigger ones. And you can tell... I could tell that this was a large scale movie. It felt big. It didn't feel small like, some of the other films that we've dove into. It had a great cast. We have Jesse Eisenberg as J. Daniel Atlas, Woody Harrelson as Merritt McKinney, Isla Fisher as Helena Reeves, Isla?
Isla Fisher.
Is it Isla?
It's just like my niece Isla.
With the little girl, Isla, your niece?
That's how you spell it.
Isla. I'm not a good speller. Or apparently a good reader. I said in the clip the other day that I couldn't read. If you listen to the clip, Dave Franco as Jack Wilder, Mark Ruffalo as Dylan Rhodes, Melanie, I don't know how to say it, Laurent as Alma Dure, and Morgan Freeman as Thaddeus Bradley. So this has a great cast of characters that I think everybody would know. Most of these actors and actresses in this role. Now there are a couple of facts. You want to read? You want to read the first fact there, David, about this?
What is it?
Oh, it's on the back page.
Oh, on the back page. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. The card trick in the opening sequence is authentic. There's no editing. It is what is known as a card force, wherein the magician makes the unsuspecting audience member pick a predetermined card. The audience member believes they have picked a random card, which is reinforced by the magician reshuffling the deck several times, though this is just misdirection.
Now, or any of you all, did you all know that was a real card trick at the beginning there?
Yeah.
Can you do card tricks?
I knew that one simple one was just like, you try to, you like turn a card over or something after someone returns a card in the deck or something.
Uh-huh.
And once you flip the cards back over, and it's just it's the odd card in the deck.
Right.
So it's
Now,
nothing like magnificent. You could get it with people are just not really paying attention.
now, what about Cindy or Lana? Have you all ever tried any card tricks?
I can somewhat read tarot.
Can you?
Yes.
What? Tell us a little bit about that.
I prefer not.
Why not? Tell us a little bit. How? Like, tell us the tip of the iceberg.
It is an illusion because no, flipping over the cards and you would have the person, shuffling and all of that. And you set it out and you go think of a question or think of something in your life. No matter what you flip over, you're going to be able to look at that card or find some sort of meaning in that card and just make it up.
Right.
But it's going to apply to everyone. But because that person is so focused on it, they're going to think it applies to them.
Right. What about if
So
you?
that's the trick, is to be able to use the symbolism of the cards and read that, the colors and what's in the pictures, the numbers and all of that too, and the characters, just to relate it to their lives.
What if you turn over
Like a
like
Disney game,
the Knight of Cups?
like Woody Harrelson. Like you don't really know.
Being able to read people.
You know enough,
Right.
or you got enough research to pretend that you're clever.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you, as the producer, you're playing this, psychic ability music. So thank you for that. It's really, really nice of you. So, yeah, that was actually a real card trick. And there's a couple of times that throughout my life that I wished that I could have been a card trickster, but I just can barely even shuffle. Lana can attest to this, correct?
Yes, I've taught you how to shuffle slightly better than what we
Oh.
started out as years ago.
Come on,
You've gained my image.
That's not very nice.
How much have you practiced though?
I mean, it's not like I'm sitting around. It's like, maybe if we play a sequence or Uno, shuffling, phase 10, things like this. Now, what was this girl's name? Isla?
Isla.
All right, Isla Fisher has explained in interviews that her character is germophobic, which is why she's seen wearing gloves throughout the entire movie.
Mhm.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize
I
that.
wouldn't have picked up on that.
Did you realize she had the gloves on?
I think I noticed her wearing gloves, but I didn't pick up on the germophobic
I
thing.
didn't pick up on that either.
I definitely noticed her wearing gloves all the time, but I thought it was just a fashion thing.
Yeah, I did too.
I didn't pick
I
up on.
thought we didn't want to touch anything.
So you kind of led, your thoughts a little bit toward the germaphobe.
Especially it's very noticeable that she's putting them on even in
Situation where she doesn't need them.
when they're in their suite staying, like after the show and the cops come in and they're acting all nonchalant.
Oddly,
She's putting on her gloves because it's almost like that's what she does to get ready. She doesn't like touching things.
I think literally the only scene you see her without gloves is her very first scene at the beginning of the movie, like with the fish tank and stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so. I do think so. The carousel shown in Central Park is actually from City Park in New Orleans, while the theater shown in New Orleans is in Los Angeles, California. So that's just kind of a little, tricks that they do in films. A lot of the times they'll film one place, act like it's another. We've done that multiple times throughout.
Borat's a good example.
What?
Borat's a good
Oh
example.
yeah.
A lot of it was filmed in Detroit.
No, that was a movie that I did see in the
Like,
theater.
the scenes like where he was in Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
There was a few scenes throughout that. It was actually just filmed like in places throughout Detroit.
Okay. And he is married to that girl's name that I can't say. Yeah, he's married to her. I don't know why I can't remember her name.
Just leave out the M.
In the original draft of the script, there were no females in the Four Horsemen. So obviously they changed that. Now the budget of this movie was $75 million, and as we said earlier, I think you can tell throughout the production, the different locations, everyone involved. The camera, I don't know if you've noticed, but the camera hardly ever stopped moving the entire movie. especially when they were doing a show. It was always panning around,
Yeah, I
going
felt,
in for close-ups, swooping down,
I felt
doing.
sorry for anybody who gets motion sickness.
Yes, I noticed that. Last night was the first time I'd seen it. It was constant camera movement. It was a financial success, making 117.7 million in America and 351 million dollars worldwide. Rotten Tomatoes had 51%, audience score 70, and IMDb had 7.2. So it seemed like it was a pretty big crowd pleaser for
Yeah, I was
everyone.
surprised by the Rotten Tomatoes score.
I was too. I was too. I thought it would be a little bit higher than that.
Is it, I mean, I didn't think it was like a groundbreaking movie, but I thought it was entertaining.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what I told Lana. I said I think this is a very entertaining movie,
Yeah,
and it kept
especially when the
me.
audience score is higher than.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I didn't really. It's kind of a long movie. I think it might be a little.
2 hours.
Yeah, but I thought it went by
seem
pretty
like
quickly.
2 hours because it's so fast paced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's 124 minutes. So yeah, like what, 2 hours and 4 minutes?
Yeah, it definitely keeps you pulled in too. Like
I think so too.
because of the mystery behind it.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out.
But like, if you're somebody like me that's extremely observant, you always figure it out. You first watch. If you actually watch, and pay attention. Okay, so you know it at the end of the movie. It's revealed, who Dylan is and who his
Right.
father is. If you actually look, there's moments where you can see the name Shrike
Yes.
written on like things, just passing by in like certain scenes in the movie. You see Shrike just written in like during the runaway scenes and stuff like that.
Just like a little background.
Especially the one where
Supposed to
yeah.
be when the lights weren't.
Yeah.
Like
and then the one where see here, who was it? Which one? Jack. Him, Dylan and Jack are doing that little chase scene.
Right.
Like whenever they catch them all at the house location, or the apartment location, and literally there's a box in bright yellow lettering that says Shrike on it also.
I did remember that.
Yes.
Now, what did you all think about this plot? Was it a easy to follow plot, or was it a plot that you thought you really needed to focus and pay attention to this?
I thought it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
I thought it's something that I don't think that I would want to be doing background things because I think it was entertaining enough to keep your attention where you're like, I might know or I might not know where this is leading to, but it's a fun ride to get there. That's kind of what I
will
thought.
say the scene when they take money from the guy that's like funding them
Yeah.
surprised me because I was like,
Arthur,
yeah, because I was like, wait, why are they doing this? Because
He's fun. Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Everybody in the audience had been screwed over by the
Yeah.
insurance company.
Yeah.
At some point or another.
Yeah, and it even had, and I didn't list it on the characters, but I don't think I listed what is his name? Michael Caine. He was yeah.
Michael Caine.
Because in all honesty, I did not even realize. Yeah, I didn't even realize he was in this movie until we started watching the movie. I didn't realize that. But yeah, the plot is pretty much as straightforward. It's these magicians. Each one kind of has a specialty, you would say.
Yeah.
And they're brought together by these cards that they receive near the beginning, and then it flashes to a year later.
Yeah.
And they've been doing this.
Oddly enough, the cards that they get are tarot cards.
Yes, they are. Did you read those when they were popping up on screen?
I mean, they need to flash, and you kind of need to look at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't really. I think really all we get to see is Jack.
If you know each was assigned, then you almost know
What
their assignment is.
Right.
To learn within the past year. Like
Right.
It's almost
It was very deliberate.
Like it was very deliberate. Like the fire given to Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got or death or whatever.
Yeah, he got death.
Never mind, he got death. But like, I'm not sure if I remember correctly if there was sign on that card. But like, the death card. Notice he was the one that died in the movie.
Yeah.
Or you think he's dead.
When I saw that part, I was like, "There's no way. There's no way."
When Daniel Atlas receives the Lover's card, Merritt McKinney receives the Hermit card, Henley receives the Priestess card, and Jack receives the Death card.
Woody's character was my favorite character.
Yep. Yeah, I thought so too. I don't know. I think so.
They always play such like lovable characters, really.
Yes.
Like, you can't help but like them.
I agree. I agree. Um, so that leads us to the characters. What did you all think about this cast of characters?
It was stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked, superb.
Stacked,
Like
and
a-
then like
Did you all? We know
Yeah.
Cindy's favorite, David or Lana. What about your all? Did you all have a standout that you like the most or the least?
Well, see, my favorite character, I'm gonna honestly say it's probably gonna be Mark Ruffalo's character.
Okay,
Yeah, I like because like
Dylan Rhodes.
yeah, the whole because I'm like, why does he care so much about all this? Like, if he doesn't believe in magic, then why is he so hard on
Like wants to catch it.
Yeah.
And then he's like recruiting men a man that's like was a magician but debunks the magic and stuff like that. And then it's just and then you at that point where I can't remember who it was. Someone was talking bad about Shrike, and I'm like, I see his face. I'm like, Mister, what are you doing? Why are you getting so upset? And then he pops up, and I'm like, I knew it.
So you were kind of leaning to the way that it ended, that
Yes.
he was somewhat involved in this. Lana, what were you going to say?
I would agree that I like Dylan Rhodes, played by Mark Ruffalo,
Right.
the best. But that's because of just the love story element, and I actually think he might have probably preemptively set up who actually came, because him being an FBI agent, that whole love story, he probably did his research on Almadre's character too. I
Yeah.
don't think that whole meetup was by chance.
No, probably not. Probably not at her. At first I didn't care for her character, but her character grew on me throughout. And I think at first, also, I didn't. Oh, there we go. At first, I didn't think she was a good actress. I was like, she's not really acting that well. But I saw the evolution of her character, and I really did think that she may have been my favorite character in this film, in this movie. But I do think that all the characters. I don't think there was a bad acting or actress in the movie at all.
There was one point, I can't remember which part it was, where Henley said something. And I was like, that felt like you could tell it was acting.
Like out of place or something.
But I think that was just her character.
Right. Right. What about you all have any favorite or least favorite scenes?
My favorite scene is the end when Thaddeus is like, he's in the jail cell and he's trying to figure out, and then it clicks.
Yeah.
That was my favorite scene.
That
And
was
then
a good
Mark's
build-up.
really on the outside.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was really good, actually.
That was a nice little reversal there.
Because he disappears from behind him, and then
Yeah.
it was really cool.
What about you, Lana?
And what do they do? Remind me, and I'm going to ask David to remind me. What do they call the eye?
The eye.
The eye, yeah.
Yeah, the eye.
Like
I
it started in
don't need-
Egypt.
I think that was the ultimate heist and of the whole thing, is where he catches the one that doesn't believe, and the eye is able to pin all of that on him.
And
It's going to be pinned on him.
And also in a way I felt the ultimate betrayal, but he doesn't know why he's betrayed. Like he seemed to have zero clue.
I don't think they tell you why
There's
character is betrayed so much. Why, just
Yeah, they
because
didn't really explain that, did they?
No.
really explain why
He was targeted.
Just maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's because he essentially, if it were, so Shrike was the first man he ever debunked, and because that it put him out of a lot of work, so he felt like he had to do something crazy and insane, which drove him to do the safe in the river trick that he didn't escape from and got killed.
So it was all about that. Yeah.
I forgot
Okay.
about that.
Yeah. So yeah, this was an elaborate scheme that was. We need to watch this about 20 times, like Dave. David has watched this as many times as you watch Wicked.
I said that's being Wicked.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I like this. I like the chase scene, but I also like the scene that Cindy had mentioned, where it's kind of you see this twist at the end, and you see Morgan Freeman's character, who Thaddeus.
Because he felt like he'd been ahead the whole time. And he was,
Yes,
like, telling him,
yes. He
you
thought
know,
he
watch
was.
this.
He
You're
thought
gonna
he
be
was so much smarter
Yes,
than
that's the
everyone.
ultimate heist that,
Yes.
Yeah.
that Dylan Rhodes pulled off as an FBI agent.
But not only just the heist as far as the money and everything, but it is also such a big mind heist
Yeah.
because this comes out of the blue, and you think that you're 2 steps ahead of your opponent when in actuality you're not. There's 2 steps ahead of you, and you're in this jail cell, and you're like, "How did this happen?" So it's got to be a total mind f as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It really does.
it's a trick from start
You know,
to finish.
it never really clarifies, but I think I think Atlas Daniel. I think he, whenever like he's getting interrogated in the interrogation room by Dylan, I think he knew. That's why he said, always be the smartest man in the room.
Right.
And because they also at the end they're like, so we were just in agreement.
Right.
And but I think he knew the whole time, but it was just,
And
But
another
still went through it because he had to
Yeah.
prove himself to still become
Yeah.
part of.
another scene that I liked when they all met up when they were going to the apartment to begin with, because you got to see maybe the little bit of clashes that the personalities
back and
had.
forth.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I thought that was nice, witty banter back and forth, and it kind of introduces everyone, gives everybody their own separate personality.
I was sort of rooting for Merritt and Henley
Were you?
a little bit. When they
Okay.
were flirting on the plane,
Yeah.
I was like, I could see it.
I don't think Daniel Atlas would have allowed.
Oh, no.
it. Just,
But I
those
was
characters
rooting for
not-
him.
Because I mean, he's
purposely
an
watching.
egotistical control freak. I mean, he can help it.
He will.
True.
Nobody else could have her.
Yeah, and he wanted her, and nobody else could have her.
Now, what did you all think about the music and the score of the movie?
I thought it set the mood good.
I did too.
Definitely some of the most heisty music that you can like. Like, I'm sorry, but Ocean's 11 wish it could have had heisty music like this.
And it is very fitting for this movie. It complements just perfectly. It doesn't overshadow the movie, but it adds something to the movie, which is what the score should do.
Yeah.
And it's not super serious, but it's not completely goofy or comedic, but it has that fun edge to it, I think. And it's a little bit like secretive.
Mm-hmm.
It has that little,
Makes you feel
New-
Panther.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I thought it complemented the movie well. And I think it made the movie feel grand, just like the cinematography. Because like we were talking earlier, I mean, how many camera shots were going like over the casino or over the town or the city they were in, sweeping through the venue they were playing at? Like the camera never did stop. And I think you mentioned motion sickness earlier, didn't you, David?
Mm-hmm.
That this is
I mean,
not.
I don't get it. I don't.
But
get
you-
what
but-
you're
but-
saying, I felt sorry. for
Yeah, yeah.
you, yeah.
And I could see if you were sitting at a big cinema and you do have a little bit of motion
Bigger
sickness.
screen and
Yeah.
it's like you're trying to focus on so much.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, what about the originality of this movie? What did you think about the score of this, Lana?
I agree with what you said. Like, you're so focused on their words and stuff. Like, it's quiet. It doesn't overtake. It just adds enough to where you get the feels of the scenes, but you still are able to pay attention. The music's not taken away from the dialogue or anything like that.
Because you all have probably, and it's most often in horror movies or action movies where the score is wrong or it is too loud or overpowers what the mood of the scene is supposed to be. And I think this one was perfect.
Yeah.
When it's supposed to be silent, when you're supposed to have suspense, the chase scenes, this is probably a chase scene song right here. Or maybe when they're doing a trick or something, running. So I think it was a good score.
One thing I kept thinking was when they had to escape, they need a better escape strategy. They were always being chased.
Yes.
It's like-
They were being chased quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm like, they were great at getting out of the building, but then they were being chased outside the building.
And
I think that's where Jack Wilder's character, who's running away and all of that stuff. I think that's where his expertise comes in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that had to have been, because I thought that as well, because he also was the one fighting the
That
most.
fight scene was really
Yes,
cool.
Yeah.
His sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was able. He was.
And he used the cards also as a weapon too, didn't he?
The Kurt, and I like how they worked all that in. That was
Yeah.
really cool in the thought scene. I
I
like that.
thought so too. I thought it was really well done.
One thing I'd really like to know is if Dylan knew that he was going to have himself set up to get bombarded with cards like that.
Well, the most
Because I know that does not feel good.
no, and one of the most riskiest parts of it was when they did switch out the vehicles.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
I like when they told how that happened.
yeah, because I knew that his character wasn't gone. I was like, there's no way that it's
upset or nothing. No.
No.
There's no way he's dead.
no, there's no way, there's no way. And it didn't clearly show a body. It showed the outline of, I guess, the dummy, but not the body.
Yeah.
What about originality?
Big face.
Do y'all think this was an original movie?
Maybe not the concept of highest or
Yeah.
you would have seen that back in the day.
But the way they
like
executed
the
it
Thomas
was
Crown
really
Affair.
good.
The Thomas Crown Affair is
The story has a good bit of originality to it, like the way
It wasn't just
everything's
them,
cut out. Yeah.
Getting money.
Yes, and I like the
theme of like the moral issue of where these people were morally done wrong, and this is like setting, you know,
Basically like a Robin Hood type
Yeah.
situation.
I mean, and also, if you go back and you look at a lot of magician movies, you've got The Illusionist, Now You See Me, The Prestige. You could even go so far to say The Incredible Wonderstone is a comedic one. Next, with Nicolas Cage a little bit. So there's not really a whole lot of magician movies if you think about it, compared to other genres, gangster movies, action movies, romantic comedy, horror. There's not a lot of magician movies
Yeah.
that deal with magicians robbing, like you said, like in a Robin Hood type way.
Which, I mean, all they were essentially doing was copying the heist that the Eye did, or the Order of the Eye, whatever,
Yeah.
against the Pharaoh, where they stole riches from him and gave to the slaves.
Now,
And so, which they come in, they take the money from Arthur and give that money to the people he wronged.
now, what do you all think about the poster of this movie? There's a couple of different ones. I posted a few online today. You all, I think, were tagged in those. Do you all think that kind of gave, if you saw this poster, would you be like, this would be a movie that I would want to see? Did it draw you in?
yes,
Yeah.
because of the cast standing on depicted on that poster alone, I would have said, "What is this?"
What is this ensemble? Why are they, kind of unlock the illusion so you get the idea? That's the tagline.
Yeah.
This is about some kind of magicians doing something just on the poster. You wouldn't know that they're giving money back from the poster, but they're doing something, and you realize it's this ensemble that has some pretty talented actors and actresses that usually do really good work.
Yes.
And going back through, this was a movie that came out and it made, like we said earlier, a ton of money, and it led to a sequel. Now, have you seen the sequel, David? Have you all seen it, Cindy or Lana?
I have not seen the sequel as
Oh,
many times as this one, but I have still seen it.
Okay.
Only 15, not 20.
That's okay. David was talking about one show where you had seen Baby Geniuses. Remember that?
Baby geniuses. I
Yeah.
love that movie.
Goofy, but yeah.
I love that
I saw
movie.
it at the drive-in.
So you all three have seen Baby Geniuses. I'm gonna have to watch this.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No. Now, when I worked at the movie theater, I did put up a Baby Genius poster one time. I remember that.
Now
thinking,
you do need to know that
they talk, don't they?
Yes, the babies' mouths are edited to move like they're talking. It's not like Incredible Journey Homeward Bound. There's like talking through telepathy or something.
So it's not like what's that with the look who's talking type thing. It's like they're actually talking.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to. I might go down this road.
Ridiculous, but it's
Might have to.
I love it for
If I know going in how ridiculous it is.
I'm not kidding. You're gonna see babies with mustaches.
next week's episode.
Now I want David to be thinking because we were gonna. Are you back in next week?
Mhm.
So I want you to choose the movie for next week.
For next week.
Yeah, the week after that, we've got Cindy's got a choice. What was your choice for the week after?
Can we say now?
It's up to you. You don't have to. You can
I
wait.
might change my mind, so I might.
Okay. So you don't have to think of one right now. But if you have one, you can say one.
I don't have.
You don't have one. Okay, so we'll announce it a little later. But we've got some fun movies coming up. The one Sydney, not Sydney, Cindy.
How dare? No, I'm kidding.
I was thinking about the Scream, Halloween movies coming up. So we have October for that.
I did write down some of the ones you said.
Okay, what were some of the ones that were mentioned?
Idle Hands, Speak to Me, Jennifer's Body, Hereditary, and The Substance.
All right. Okay, that's a couple that we'll do.
If you want to change them or whatever.
Okay. I knew somebody had that list, so I'm glad that you had that list. Now, Lana and I earlier met up with one of our friends, Tyler Payne, director of Silicone Solutions, and we have a short film that is coming out next month. So he's putting the final touches on the color correction and what else was he going to do? Something else. And then I'm in contact with somebody that's working on the score and Foley artist. And then we're going to be debuting it, I think, October 24th. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
I like it when you set dates because it makes things happen.
Yeah, yeah. So what we want to try to do is that's on a Friday, and we would like to go live and do a live broadcast after the premiere of the movie. And we might also show Tyler's movie again because the short film is only 10 minutes long. So, David, we would like for you to join in some future sketches.
Yeah.
Sydney, Cindy,
I'm used to it.
Cindy said she would like to be involved, and Lana's been involved several times before. And I think it's going to be a good time. So, what do you all have to say about your final analysis of the movie Now You See Me? Lana, we'll start with you, and we'll go around.
It's very fast paced. The characters are all smart, and you would have to be and just starting out knowing that you're being tricked and pay attention to everything if you haven't seen it. And I think if we've given away any spoilers, which I know we have, it is still worth watching.
Mhm.
I would recommend this on a scale to 10, probably 8 or 9
Oh, wow. Okay.
for people just to watch. It's very entertaining.
It is very entertaining. Cindy?
I mean, I feel
Or
like
David?
yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Either way.
Excited.
No, I was just gonna say, it's very much like a magic show when you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It really is. And what do you think there?
I mean, I thought it was really good. I liked it. I sort of kind of knew what to expect as opposed to other movies we've watched. I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
But I still liked it. Like you said, even if you kind of know what to expect, it's still worth watching it.
Yeah, I think it was time worth spent well. It was
Also,
a
we didn't really mention his escaping after they stole the money from what's his
I
name?
think there's like
Their boss.
statistic of there's only a certain percentage of people that can actually
Be hypnotized.
be hypnotized. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of lower than you think. I think it's around like 15.
we need to bring a hypnotist in the show.
In a psychology class I was in one time, he tried to hypnotize us. It didn't work on me.
Did it work on some people?
Yeah.
Really? I did like the hypnotist aspect because that was
Yeah.
used a couple times
They were
throughout.
like sleeper agents. I
Yeah,
thought that was cool.
that was cool. Yeah, I would say if you want a fun, fast-paced, entertaining movie that has a good cast, they all do the roles very well. It's a grand scale of a movie, and I think everyone put their best effort into it. And so, it got decent with the critics, better with audiences, but financially it was sound, and it made them another sequel. So yeah,
I think I could make this movie.
no, I don't think I could make this movie at all.
And you just mentioned, everybody did their roles really well, and that's just my thing. Anybody that knows Woody Harrelson knows that he was literally fit for that role.
Yeah.
For that role, because he's literally from, White Boys Can't Jump, White
Yeah.
Men Can't Jump. Just he literally that whole movie, he's literally just getting in people's heads.
He
Yeah.
just has this charisma about him. He's just
He-
perfect for that character.
He really does.
Have you seen him as the narrator in the documentary Ethos?
Huh.
You need to look that up.
Sounds like
You're welcome.
he-
No, really, David, you're welcome, and I think you would enjoy that too.
It's a documentary.
It's it's a documentary that like almost like a warning. Almost like a warning.
Now, what is the documentary of?
Warning conspiracy documentary.
All right.
With Woody Harrelson in it?
Woody Harrelson is the narrator. It's
Okay.
with us.
Now, there's a Woody Harrelson movie where he is a very, very bad man.
You might be the only one able to find it on YouTube, by the way.
He's a very bad guy called Out of the Furnace. Christian Bale's in it, Casey Affleck, and Woody Harrelson. And one of the most chilling opening scenes of a movie that I've ever seen. So if you've never seen that, at least watch the opening. Out of the Furnace, Woody Harrelson is very nimicing in that particular movie. Very underrated, but it's a slow burn of a drama. So David will choose one day this week the movie that we're going to be diving into. Then the week after that, Sydney.
You're just
All on me. We're just.
it's not in Sydney.
Cindy.
It's okay. I promise.
I mean, I say salsa and chips. Something's wrong with me. I don't.
Yeah, backwards.
Yes. So, Cindy will be choosing the week after that. Then I'll choose, and we'll go back to Lana. Unless Jeremiah happens to pop in, we'll let him choose, and then we will extend in the audiences in the in November. We'll let them choose a little bit because I don't want them to choose scary movies for us.
Yeah.
I want us to choose that.
As always, we are open to people, audience members, coming in and sitting in studio with us. See
Yeah.
what radio is all about. I think next week as well, we might have a special guest, an older friend of mine. He just wants to come in, check the show out, check how radio works. Always been a dream of his. If that is a dream of yours, then showing on the radio is something we here at the Other People do not mind to do.
No, we want people to come check it out. Yeah, get involved.
Show.
David's got. I know.
People say they wanted to come, so
You've got a couple of people that
I don't know if they actually will, but they said they.
they said they wanted to.
Yeah, this is the Other People show. There's always other people on the Other People show.
Yes. So we are going to be ending tonight. Thank you for tuning in on 92.5 WLSD. The Vault, 12:20 a.m. Go to all the social media. That's the Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I actually got back into my TikTok this week. So, well, yeah, this past week. So I'm going to be hopefully TikToking some,
Taking that talk.
taking that talk. I don't know. I've just posted past things where I get slapped a lot on there. So I don't know.
Probably closer.
That's my life. So thank you all for joining. You guys sticking around for the Other People show? David, you're going to join us? Lana? All right, we'll be back in just a moment on 92.5 WLSD, The Vault.